Why does everyone in the Big Ten become Iowa?
Everything evolves to eventually become a crab.
Ryan Day wanted the crab fight.
This team has 2 claws and he wants to snip at you with them.
He will play like the crab if he feels threatened.
Florida State played at UVA, Virginia, and lost 38-46 in double overtime. Josh, what did you think of this game? Because you walked away with a lot more legit respect for Virginia than like me, where I was like, this team just played their ass off on the night and won a big game, but that's all I think of it as.
I don't want to get too carried away with Virginia. This is the same team that lost to SC State earlier this year, but they can do a couple things well. Run the ball. They have an experienced quarterback who can also run the ball, and they got consistent pressure on Florida State. Castellanos was running for his life a lot of the time and was throwing off his back foot. Now, he's a shorter quarterback, so he's used to doing that, and like he can be like staring down the barrel of a pass rusher and still throw off his back foot and hit him on a dime. Like, he's still very good, but pressure carries. Like, you know, what am I saying? Pressure travels. Like, you see that week to week. Like, even if it is a guy that might be scrambling, or I don't know, I didn't look closely enough to know if he had like bad pocket presence or was leaving before he needed to, but I'm not surprised that you can make an undersized quarterback uncomfortable for a full game and keep responding. Like, they got to an early lead, they took another lead, and then they finished strong. Like, I like what I saw. And maybe it is just one magical Friday night. Friday night games have been really good in the past couple of years.
Yeah, that's what I think. I was like, there's magic in the air, like a Disney movie for this team. It just came together.
But the ingredients that went into this magical brew are things that you can find in your very own cabinet. So let's see if they can chef it up again.
All right, yeah, I don't agree, but you know, I understand. Anyway, okay, actually going down into the game, Florida State was like just so bad on defense, and they were so good on defense earlier this season. And I know that Virginia has a competent offense with a mobile quarterback, but still, like, what happened? Like, how were they just so bad?
I don't know. I mean, you know, everyone has a bad game here and there, but I don't know if I can say like, oh, they weren't up for this game, or oh, they weren't motivated enough for this game. Like, it seemed like they were. I feel like they just got outperformed in a single week on a short week. Friday Night Magic. It really does feel that simple. Mm-hmm. I don't think I feel like they'll have a return to form as much as you could against Miami next week. I don't think they're going to have a performance that bad again, but I don't know. You put it on tape. I can expect this from you now.
It was bad. It was bad. Castellanos did a lot, good and bad, in the game. It's just, I feel like we saw the downside of their team, basically. It's just consistency. But they can play with anybody.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there's that.
I mean, that's more valuable than anything. Like, on your down nights, are you still competitive? And they were. It was, you know, another conference opponent's, like, highlight of their season to knock you off barely in double overtime.
Double overtime, yeah.
I'll give it to you. And I'll also say, poor Deuce Robinson, dude. Had a great game. 9 receptions, 146 yards, just one catch short. And he actually had it 4 different times. So that bobbled catch, I mean, honestly, when it bounced out of his hand on the second time, I thought, okay, they kind of have to give it to him though, because even as it was bobbling, he still was like his eye, like even his like eyes you see in the replay are focused on the ball. Like as much as he didn't have control, he had control. Like, have you seen that one picture of like this like chimp like pondering fruit and it's like levitating in front of him? Like that's what he was doing.
It's like a Greek painting. Like,
yes. He's like, the football, the game-winning play. Like it was right there. Like these quarterbacks that were slinging it around, like I thought both of them were very like smart in when they were aggressive and when they just like leaned back a little, you know, like two of the 3 interceptions I think that were in this game total. One of them was at the end of half, one was at the end of overtime, and one I think was the end of like regulation. So I'm like, they're just being aggressive and it didn't go their way, and I'm not going to be too upset about how either of the quarterbacks perform. And if I can trust you to be consistent at the quarterback position, I can at least consider you for anything that you're about to do in the ACC. See, you didn't say anything, so your reaction didn't really translate on the video. But if I could replicate it, it was like
I don't know what to say about Virginia and Florida State. Like, Deuce Robinson played very well, like you said. Like he had more highlights than lowlights. You know, it's just a problem that I don't know. They lost in a shootout. It was just a shootout. You know, it was just a good old shootout, and they just lost. It happens. Was there anything else on that game?
Field storming, etiquette. Did you want to go into that? It was a big conversation. Yeah,
the 2 middle fingers in front of the guy's face.
Yeah, that's dumb. That's dumb. He should have done that.
Yeah, I don't think
what the guy said on the
discussion
phone too. Like
what did he say on the phone?
There was a guy that was like holding his phone, and he showed it to some Florida State player. I don't know if it was Castellanos or not, but he was like, "Ooh," and it had some like information on there. I'm like, I don't know what it said. It might have said
like the score.
Maybe, but it looked like it was on notes, so it might have been "fuck you." Like I think that was it. Like nobody reacted, but they handled it well. Like you got to give them credit for that. Florida State emotional game. I didn't hear any tales of anything. Like it was only like dickhead students in Charlottesville, Virginia. I'm not on their side. Like I don't know what to tell you. Like sorry, it's unfair, but I just like my fight or flight was activated when they were like yelling at Deuce Robinson after the bobble catch. I'm like, ugh. And it's not their fault. They're too young for that. It's not fair.
Yeah.
But I did flinch. I can't help it.
Yeah, they did handle it well. Yeah. No, I mean, like I said, I don't even know, like, is there a discussion to be had? Because it's just like, yeah, they're shitty. It's like, it was bad.
Yeah.
On that. That's it. Next game was Oregon at Penn State. Oregon won 30-24 in double overtime. So another double overtime game that delivered. I'm amazed Oregon won this game. I'll be honest. They lost momentum, right? That's what it felt like. It felt like Penn State had like everything going for them for like coming towards the end of the game. Like they were holding on.
I mean, we can go into it if you'd like, but 30 seconds left. Do you go for 2?
No, because I think you have the momentum. You just feel like you're playing better.
I don't know. I mean, we know how it turned out, obviously, but yeah, like I get it. They kind
of were, you know.
I mean, one of the things I did not see coming was them scoring in crunch time. I didn't think Penn State would be able to generate offense with their weird, like, misdirection
Bullshit
handoffs. They're like it's the Tyler Warren offense without Tyler Warren. I'm like, I know they have two really good running backs, but I don't want to have to see them both on the field for you to be able to get a 7-yard play. Like, I don't know. It doesn't seem like it should work. And they did muck this game up enough that I'm like, okay, this is going in their favor. Like, Oregon is a physical, talented enough team to win in, like, the flashy ways and in the meat grinder sort of ways. But if we're doing a meat grinder during a whiteout at Penn State, I like your chances.
Yeah.
And even with, like, overtime, I can see playing for overtime and being like, listen, if we can score, if time isn't an option, if time isn't a concern for the Penn State offense, you should feel pretty good. But
yeah, I mean, they were running the ball. They were starting to run the ball. They were hitting their big plays. They had their defense reeling. You know what? Honestly, now that you're talking me into it, now I'm like, you know what? They should have gone for 2. I didn't even consider that for some reason. I'm like, yeah, they should have just gone for the kill. You're at home. I agree with you. No, but anyway, whatever. Oregon won. So good for them. Holy shit. They should be the number 1 team in the fucking country. That was the best win of the season by, like, a team.
Yeah. Yeah, because I
mean, who are we holding back? A poorly performing Ohio State team?
Yeah. I don't know. I'm trying not to let last year creep into this year's outlook, but that is probably the best win in college football so far. Like, playing the road, number 2 or 3.
Double OT whiteout. It was fucking great.
Yeah.
Like, they won the game. Like, and they should be the number 1 team in the country. And I hate Oregon. Like, I have to admit that.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm down for it. I mean,
yeah.
Again,
anyway, sorry.
This is last year creeping to this year. Like, it feels wrong putting Ohio State above Oregon, even in the middle of the regular season when they're not going to play. Like, maybe we'll just see them in Indianapolis. But what's this motherfucker's name? Tiananmen or Thieneman?
Yeah, Thieneman or Thieneman. Yeah,
Thieneman.
Yeah,
more like Heiseman. This motherfucker. I mean, I don't know. I really like. I wrote in the notes Big Ten football trademark. Like, this was a Big Ten game. So I mean, this is a real, like, kudos to Oregon, like, moment, because, like, one, not only did we not pick them to win this game, but they played a Big Ten ass game and came out on top.
Yeah.
You've really cemented yourself as a Big Ten team because Penn State couldn't beat you.
in a meat grinder game. Yeah.
I would think, like,
honestly,
Oregon gets up 17-3 early on. I think no chance. But no, they grounded out. They gave up the last minute touchdown and still found a way to win it with their defense after, like you said, losing momentum. That's impressive. And I have to give it to them. I don't have a choice.
They won a classic, and I will say the only thing that makes it, like, it was almost a perfect game was that it ended kind of anticlimactically because he just threw a fucking pick, like, instantly on the first play. So that's a stupid play. They were doing, like, a dumb wheel route thing. It was bad. It was a really, they got greedy. They could have just managed the ball into a touchdown that drive. They didn't have to go for it like that.
Yeah, the plot twist of the failed 2-point conversion not affecting the final result is kind of insane. And again, it's nice that defense was, like, 2 defensive plays, like, solidified what this game was after the offense scored in the last minute. But I don't know. I feel like if Penn State goes for 2, I like this ending maybe a little more. But
Yeah.
this is fine. This is fine. Like, this is a
Final-
classic. I wouldn't mess with anything.
Final note. I feel bad for the Penn State students. Like, it would have been like the greatest thing to ever see in real life if they had won the game. Like I've said before, children would have been conceived that night. Like, it would have been a marvelous thing to see. So
some
anyway,
losses just weigh heavy forever, dude. And you let the Oregon defense run down to your student section. They couldn't wait to go to the student section and talk shit. Oh, I'd be sick. Here's a story. 2017, Oklahoma State, Iowa State. Iowa State had already had 2 top 5 wins that season. It's senior day. Mason Rudolph at Oklahoma State come to town, and the game is decided on a 50-50 ball, half to the defender, half to the receiver in the end zone, and they gave it to the Cowboys on the defense. And I'll never forget, Mason Rudolph was walking by the student section and he said, "Follow y'all." And I'm like, like, it sucks, dude. Like, I did not feel good about that until 2 years later when Myles Garrett did the thing. So where's square, buddy?
Next game was Alabama at Georgia. Alabama won 24-21.
Go crazy.
You know what? I think you're gonna be very surprised what I have to say about this game. I wrote down in our notes, this is a championship team. Okay. This Georgia team, this will ultimately be good for them. This will ultimately be good for them. It was all there. We dropped a touchdown. We didn't take a field goal when we should have. We fumbled the ball on our own 5. We had a very good team at home and lost, like fair and square. Just they played better football than we did. But those are all addressable things. It's that close, but the team is all there. They can do it. But Bama's better. We're only highly ranked because of our name brand. We have not played well. This could have been the second loss of the season. So, like, we should be in the top 10. Just knock us out of the top 10. But
do you think that they refocus and don't have a sloppy game against a bad team like they did last year? Or is that junk drawer still there?
I think they'll be fine. Kentucky's bad.
Well, they were bad last year.
True. Yeah. True. I mean,
they're hosting. I think
this team has not this team has been playing like epic fights to the death every week. Like, so I don't think they're like unfocused.
Ole Miss is still in the schedule.
Yeah. We play them
about
again.
That one.
We could lose it.
I don't know. I mean, it's tough to say like, oh, Georgia's missing something. Like, they just don't have that like killer instinct. Like, what am I even like looking for when I look at a team like this? I feel like they're just young and dumb. I feel like they just make more mistakes, and like, you know, a dog can have big paws, but it's still a puppy. Like, I feel like that's the situation you're in. The Bama curse lives on. I'm saying that in John's absence.
Good.
But
yeah, he understands why I was like, I think we're gonna lose this game. We're not playing well, and it's Alabama.
So I don't know. I mean, this could be indicative of like, okay, we know where our deficiencies are and we can work on them. Like, I don't know. Can you challenge a young team like that and have them not lose focus? Like, that feels just as possible as like, oh, let me really lock in now. Like,
They will. They will. I think this loss is good for them. They lost. Had they won, I would feel very differently. But they lost. Like this was a good taste of what it takes to win a championship. You have to play in a game like this to find out what you are. So that's why I'm like I'm fine with it. Like we'll be back. Like we will return. Like that's how I feel. And on Alabama's side, you guys are a better team than that Florida State loss. That was my conclusion. You guys are still Alabama. Like,
is the SEC a one bid conference?
no, I mean just by like they would never allow that. But yes, like right now they don't look like the best conference.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, I'm not. LSU kind of fell off. Florida sucks. That win doesn't count. Like,
let's go to LSU. Let's just roll right. LSU played at Ole Miss and lost 19-24. I wrote LSU can't keep gaslighting us.
Yeah,
we all knew they were. We all knew they were good, or weren't. That they were holding on.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of things had to be fully revealed. There was no Florida is actually secretly spunky and will bounce back this year. That wasn't true. Clemson is not a national championship contender. That's not true. You at least have your offense in order, and you're just missing your defense. Tragically, your offense is a little underwhelming, and your defense just keeps finding ways to turn the ball over. So how do you win the turnover battle and lose the game? Like, just it happens. It's not that much of an anomaly, but it sucks that it's there again. So I don't know. I mean, listen, the season's long. The playoff structure is so fucking wide that nobody's ever really eliminated. But that's what you're playing for. I don't think they're going to Atlanta or whatever, just because like they could drop a game like this. But I don't know. Alabama has a loss. Well, not an SEC loss. Georgia has an SEC loss. Tennessee has an SEC loss. Ole Miss.
Everyone has. They're still in the. They're still in the race. They're still in the race. And like, listen, it was Ole Miss. They're not like bad. They're pretty good. Like they're still. They beat Georgia last year. So,
yeah.
They're good. So it's like I'm not gonna make them feel so bad. But guys, your offense is shit. Like, come on. Your defense is out there. This is like 2011 LSU. like the defense is out there like fighting for their lives every night.
I really don't understand it. It really is just confounding because like they had a bunch of returning talent. Like I know Will Campbell's gone, but I know Kyron Lacey's gone. But I don't feel like they're not like talented enough to still be decent on offense. Like they play some good defenses as well, but I don't think Ole Miss is one of them particularly. So I'm confused. Like this is genuinely perplexing.
Ole Miss's defense can get up for a game though.
I guess.
Like I'll give him that. Pete Golding is a good defensive coordinator. I mean, he was Saban's disciple until he got like fired by Bama for a bunch of stuff. But like he is good. Like as a defensive coordinator, it's a good staff. I don't want to like belittle Ole Miss a little, you know.
Well, no, I'm just saying I watched Arkansas put up 50 or something. And I was excited for another LSU Ole Miss shootout. And I got 19-24.
Yeah.
What's going on? I was promised a bill of goods.
But yeah, LSU, you can't gaslight us anymore. We know. Now we know we don't have to act like you're the best team in the country. Next game was USC at Illinois. USC lost 32-34. And wow, I can't believe Illinois can put up that many points.
This was a really important game for them. Like, they had to keep fighting all the way through it. I'm honestly just impressed with both teams. For, again, another get off the mat sort of game for Illinois. Like, they were buried. Like, Indiana made a name in 1 week off of you. And for you to have a big game at home, handle a team in a weird spot, and USC was up to the challenge, and it wasn't just like, oh, they got a big lead, they had some good scripted drives, and then we just had to fight our way back and we were the tougher team for longer. No, you were challenged in each phase at each quarter and made a few less mistakes and made a few more plays and got back to your style of football. Like, I like quarterbacks like Luke Altmaier. I like guys like that because they are game managers. I'm not asking you to be that crazy. I am just asking you to be on time and consistent. And once they got into a game script that made sense for them, they carried it out. And when a team really challenges you, when they're off kilter and they play a game that's 10 a.m. local time for them, and you still like USC spent, I don't even know how much time just preparing to play this game on big noon kickoff. Like, they needed this. Like, both teams needed it, but I don't know. I guess I'm repeating myself. I'm just impressed by both teams. It sucks one of them had to lose. I am curious what happens to USC from this point on. I don't know.
They'll probably drop out of the ranking.
Yeah, I mean, it was 21 versus 23. So, you're cooked. It was as close as it could have been. And you just, I don't know. It's tough when you're at the tail end of the rankings.
Yeah, USC, though, I walked away with more respect for USC being a pretty good team. Like, I think they'll be back in the rankings, but Illinois showed a lot of grit. I would say they have a Big Ten loss. They got destroyed by Indiana. Where are they in the Big Ten race? I guess they're as good as anyone else, right?
Yeah, one loss.
Yeah. Okay. Well, next game was TCU at Arizona State, and Arizona State won 27-24.
I don't know if they can
Arizona
keep
State,
doing this.
I know. Arizona State likes giving their... I mean, it must be awesome to be an Arizona State fan this season. Like, it's a great ride.
Oh, yeah, dude. Some, cool home primetime games. Some, terrible road heartbreaks that, really make you excited for the next week so you can turn the page. You're in all these games. And I was talking to my friend Mike Egley about this yesterday, walking through, the tailgate lots. TCU, Baylor, Arizona State are the same team, but Arizona State has a little extra juice because this sounds stupid, but they know how to win. When the chips are down, their quarterback can scramble. I haven't seen Hoover and I haven't seen Robertson do that this year. I haven't seen their pass rush come alive in the second half. TCU can't close the door on anybody because even when they are in the lead, I don't know how they run a 4-minute offense because they can't run the ball. So now your quarterback is in these, he's on pass number 45 of the day, and he drops back again, and there's a new stunt you haven't seen because you're in 5-man protection, and you just get killed. They had 4 sacks in the game total. 3 of them were in the fourth quarter. 2 of them by the same guy. My Big 12 Defensive Player of the Week, Prince Dorba. He got the game-winning strip after Arizona State missed a field goal once, came back, scored the game-winning game-tying touchdown, got a strip sack, and then kicked the game-winning field goal, and then got more pressure on him again. They're not making too many plays. You're running too many plays. And the way that TCU gets an advantage on people is by using their talented receiving core and getting them in odd angles against leveraged defenders. And I don't know if you can do that for 4 quarters when I know you need to pass to move the ball at all. And until they can run it, I don't see how far they can go. And now you've got another Big 12 loss on your head. So we'll see.
They're still in it though. They can do it. The season ain't over.
Arizona State's running out of tough games, dude.
Dude, if they pull this off, like they're like Georgia Tech, where they just play like knife fights like every week.
I don't know. I feel like Arizona State really they had a chance to get jumped. Everyone saw that Mississippi State game as a close one, and they dropped it. But you're still competing in the conference, and Mississippi State is on the doorstep of being ranked themselves. So that loss is going to look better and better as the year goes on. So I don't know. I look at this as a good but imperfect team, and imperfect but clutch. That'll do it. That'll do it for me every time. So
They're definitely focused every week. they don't let games slip by.
Oh, couple shout outs from this game. Bud Clark. We didn't get to talk about him. He got a pick 6 in the ACC in the UNC game week 1. Another all-conference player. He's really good. He's all over for that defense. And it sucks he has to play so many goddamn plays. TCU's defense is going to play an extra game by the end of the season because of how much they're on the field. Like, their offense just cannot sustain drives. So, sorry, Bud Clark. I hope you stay healthy this whole season. Another TCU player, Joseph Manjack IV. No gloves, just yak. The guy's breaking tackles and just making tough catches all the time. He's such a frustrating player to go against. I'm going to hate seeing him go against Iowa State's nickel corner in the second to last week of the year. I'm sick thinking about it now. Last thing, there are rumors about Josh Hoover, the TCU quarterback, being a furry. I don't know if it's true, but the Arizona State student section waited until he scored a quarterback sneak touchdown to say he's a furry. So it's in the highlight clips on YouTube as well.
That's amazing, actually. I didn't even realize that.
There's wins on the field and there's wins off the field. And the good programs know how to do both.
Next game was Arizona at Iowa State. Iowa State won 39-14. Took care of business.
That's right.
That's what I need. That's all I needed. Took care of business.
Yeah, that's right. The only winning whiteout of the night.
Well, yeah, that is crazy, actually.
I won't spend too long on this. It was a good game. Iowa State got a little bit more out of their receiving core. You know, they have like 5 receivers that they can really count on for production. Like, I've seen all 5 do something really clutch, like really impressive at different points during the season. I would love if there was a guy so I don't have to figure out who am I depending on in each game. But I think we got our number 1 wide receiver. He really asserted himself, Chase Sowell. So we'll see if he can keep it up. Cincinnati's a tough game on the road next week. Thank God that game's in the middle of the day. And we're on to Cincinnati.
You were waiting to do that one, weren't you?
Honestly, I didn't think about it until just now.
That's a good one. Okay, shout outs. Tennessee played at Mississippi State and won. They won barely. Only thing you want to say is just Tennessee is still good, but they're not perfect. They get up for games, they get down for games, and Mississippi State's not that bad.
Yeah, I don't think they're a bad team at all. I mean, honestly, Mississippi State went from like being like an SEC team by technicality to competitive, like reasonable top 12 win at this point of the season. Like an Arizona State team that is better than what I thought they were. Like, you got them early, sure, but their clutch devil magic didn't work on you. I'm impressed. So, it'll be a tough road, but kudos in a loss.
They survived.
Mhm.
Next game also, or the next shout out was Indiana and Iowa. Iowa played much better in this game than I thought. They dragged them down into their stupid game and then almost won.
I mean, listen, far be it from me to pick up a Hawkeye when they're down, but they could have had this one, and that is saying so much from where they were.
Dude, everyone thought it was going to be a blowout.
Mm-hmm. Maybe not a 63-10 blowout, but a 28-14 sort of deal. No. This game was closer. Well, was made a little closer by a safety at the end of regulation.
Of course, there's a safety too. I thought that was so funny. Iowa can't play a game without a safety.
Even when it doesn't need to happen, the punter will make sure that circumstances allow for a safety at the end of the game. But hey, Iowa not only covers in this game, they score. They do things like have a first down against a ranked team. 2023, they couldn't do that.
It's true. You know what? They're better than we thought.
Mm-hmm.
They're better than we thought.
Mark Gronowski had a good game against Rutgers last week and had another competent performance against Indiana. It's the little things. He's hurt though, so we'll see if he comes back. But I believe in them, dude. Like, they're good enough to be competitive in the Big Ten, and I was not sure that was still going to be the case. So, I mean, new quarterback, new stuff, whatever. It's still Iowa. But he adds enough of a new dimension for them that they can still play Iowa football and bring even ranked opponents into their muck. That's what they needed. Kinnick hasn't lost all its magic. Good for them.
Well said. Well said. Okay. Negative shout outs. UCLA and Northwestern. You just wrote gross, you said Northwestern wins.
Good for Northwestern. Another one in the win column. I'm so sorry. As awesome as it was having Oregon, Penn State, we get UCLA at Northwestern.
You got a gift to get.
Yeah, this week was incredible. I don't want to take it away from that, but yeah.
Okay, week 5 preview. Vanderbilt at Alabama. I think. Let me do a little framing here, right?
Mm-hmm.
There's going to be a lot of attention on this stupid game, isn't there? And Alabama's fans are going to really show up to crush the fucking Vanderbilt. Like, they hate Vanderbilt. So it's like, I feel like Vanderbilt might just get ground up here. But sorry, please go.
17-18. Wait, no, that's 17-18 as of last week. Since the new poll just dropped, they are 16-10.
Okay.
Bama at 10.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's nice that they both moved up, but I still feel like this should be a close game. I mean, Caden Proctor got the ball in the last game, so they're liable to do anything, this Alabama team. It's kind of funny that they can... I don't even know if they can call themselves like underdogs. I'm sure they don't want to think about it like that, but they are playing the nobody believed in us card. And
they are.
Yeah. You actually can. And I do think that they should win this game. I didn't think they would win last week. Vanderbilt being good is more than a meme, but I don't know if they can walk down to Tuscaloosa and get them again. Like, they're not going to be napping. Like, you're absolutely right. They've had this scheduled since the second half. Since halftime.
Yeah, they were like, we will fucking come back and we will crush you. If this was Saban, they would win by 250 fucking points. like just crush.
So that's probably game of the week now.
Come on. Miami at Florida State is game of the week.
I don't know.
That's the next game.
Is Florida State a banter club? What are you doing now? They're definitely
We'll talk about it.
I mean, if the Virginia pass rush got to them that bad, if the Virginia pass rush got to them that bad, Miami's D line's even better.
Yeah, but it's like a talent thing. Like Miami Florida State's a huge rivalry game. Those teams play hard. We must respect the rivalry. Have we not learned? And Florida State's good enough that they can beat Miami, but Miami's the better team. Like I'll say Miami's gonna win, but Florida, I think it's gonna be like a really rough game for both teams.
We'll talk about this in the preview, but I think in the review. But
yeah,
this is an elimination game for Florida State, maybe?
Yeah, no, absolutely. This is like an ACC real big deal.
But I mean, Georgia Tech's not spotless, dude. They had a real fight to come back against Wake Forest, so I don't know if they're going to be able to clear off the rest of the season like I thought they would. I mean, they got it done, but we got Virginia now. We got Louisville.
Well, come on.
Listen, you could be a better team.
They won. They're winners.
I'm just saying, you could be a better team and have one more conference loss because you play Miami and the other person doesn't. We just take top two. I mean,
for sure.
Tiebreakers.
For sure. I agree. But who do you think will win?
I'm going Miami, and I don't know what this says for FSU now.
I think they're out of the ACC race. They're done. There's too many good teams this year for them to be able to sneak in. I think the committee does not like that. I don't know. That's my thought too.
They dropped down 10 spots to number 18. So
yeah, they kept them in.
You can get back into it, but it's all order.
Next game was Kansas at UCF.
UCF got embarrassed by Kansas State. K-State got their stuff together for 1 week only, and just led a team mostly wire to wire. UCF had some big plays and came back quickly, but then K-State would respond with a field goal or something, or just drain the clock, shorten the game. I don't know if they've turned a corner necessarily. UCF was undefeated at this point, and their best win was against UNC, who we know isn't that great. But just because it is still September 28th, UCF is still in the mix with everyone else. And KU just dropped a game at home to Cincinnati. I feel like that's not as bad of a loss as I thought it would have been at the beginning of the year, but this is an important game for KU because you have aspirations of competing in the conference. Like who would tell you that you can't? So doing a tough road trip to UCF is an important step in just righting the ship after dropping a game at a great home environment. They are still filling up their new stadium, so it's a tough loss. Get off the mat.
But don't you just think Kansas is better? Ultimately, I hear you about all the arguments, but Kansas is just a better football team, aren't they?
I think they are, but going on the road is tough. Playing in prime time again at UCF is tough. You were terrible defensively. Their secondary got shredded. And I think UCF has a mobile quarterback as well. Not as mobile as Brendan Sorsby, but still gave them some issues. Their front seven is only going to get, more and more attrition as the year goes on. So I'd be concerned, especially because you lost some of your wiggle room, as now Iowa State got a win, Texas Tech got a win, Houston got a win. So we'll see. BYU. I don't want to forget BYU.
Yeah, it'll be a good game. I'll pick Kansas.
I will too. I just recognize the challenge.
Michigan State at Nebraska. What do we think of Nebraska? I was really mean to them, but I was like a disappointed father to Nebraska. But what do we think of them, Josh?
They gotta get the ones that are winnable. Just straight up. You have to prove that you're doing things the correct way over there. Being a bowl team, still laudable, all right? Being in the playoffs, still possible, technically, still. Even if you don't feel like, oh, we're on the road. But their schedule is still good, as good as it could be in the Big Ten. And Michigan State at home is the type of game that a good team just handles. But will we get the healthy, uber efficient Aiden Childs game that just throws a wrench in this? Like, this should not be one that Michigan State is good enough to pull off. But can Nebraska handle business? I don't know.
I agree. They're very similar to me as Texas A&M, where like you can do it, but you don't do it right. Like you don't take care of games like this. So like that's their challenge. So I agree, but they're at home, so I'm gonna say Nebraska.
I feel bad doing the same thing, but I agree. But I recognize they could blow this.
Yeah, I mean they're liable to lose. Yeah, I agree.
Last year's Iowa team went on the road to Michigan State, could not stop a nosebleed. It was terrible. And I'm worried that the same fate could be there for Nebraska, where you're not a top 4 Big Ten team, but you're not a bottom 5 Big Ten team. And it just means we got to ask every week, are you good or not? And I'll get a different answer every week. So I feel like the stars can align in a terrible way and a terrible constellation for them. And now we're talking like, what is Matt Rule doing? This is supposed to be a good year. And I don't know, maybe it will be too hasty in that case. But I'm just saying, I recognize what's on the other side of this door if they choose to open it.
I agree. They have to prove it to us. They haven't proved it to us. They don't get the benefit of the doubt, basically. But yes, I'll say Nebraska as well. Virginia at Louisville. So you were like glazing Virginia. Like I'm like, they got an upset. Like I'm good for them. Like they are. I do actually think they're good.
I think they're confident, dude. Yeah, I feel like, think about this Pitt team that Louisville just faced last week on the road. I feel like they're better than Pitt. I feel like they can have a better second half than Pitt did. I feel like they could upset Louisville. And, it's hard to prove it over the course of a season, but Miller Moss will just go cold for a quarter, and then their offense just stalls. And it doesn't take much in a team that's like on the same playing field as you, well, on the same level as you, to just get cold for a little bit, and that's your ass for that week. I mean, I hate being like, oh, it's any given Saturday, blah blah blah, but like Chandler Morris, we'll talk about him more in the game review. 6-year senior, like guy that's been all over the place, guy that was on the Oklahoma team that Spencer Rattler started in like the second year. Like he's been around for a while, and you have a guy that is mobile, is experienced, has played in big games before, has a team that is 100% bought in that they are capable of beating anybody in the conference. I'm just going to need to see it because I've seen Louisville putz around too much to feel confident that they'll just handle business against a team that I personally don't think is good in Pitt. So, and again, anything's open.
Wait, okay, so who are you picking then?
I'm
for UVA Louisville. Wow. Okay, I'm picking Louisville just because Louisville's at home. If UVA was at home, I would pick Virginia. This is just a home team advantage to me. That's what it feels like the difference is.
I feel like there's more pressure for them at home because the last time they were there, literally everyone was on the field. I feel like now it's like, all right, we have to be, this magical team of destiny. We have to put on a show for this audience. Oh my God, they're so electric. We have to keep this going. If we lose today, we'll never get another chance. Oh my God. Now it's clear all that, go on the road, handle business, come back. I feel like this is what you need. The last memory they have of putting on for the city is one that exists in perfect memory and is not rivaled by 2:30 kick on the ACC network. This is as good of a chance to just reset the mechanism and get to the next game as possible. People would still be celebrating last week if you were at home. Being on the road, I feel like you're ready. You can focus on just proving it instead of being worried that you have to execute to the magical game you just had. The short version of that.
Yeah, no. What would I say? I understand why you're picking Virginia. They're playing better. They have a lot of juice, right? Basically. Iowa State at Cincy. Come on, we're both gonna pick Iowa State, but Cincy's pretty decent, and they have a running quarterback.
Not just a running quarterback, but a team that is living my best life and beating Kansas. I don't know, man. I know Kansas's defense, their secondary was struggling in that game. There were some real bad breaks, but the quarterback like SOARS, who can get those 4 yards when he needs them and can buy time till the coverage breaks down when he can't get it. I'm concerned. Iowa State had a ton of injuries at the game I was at last night. Really good players getting hurt, and this is just a recipe for disaster. So it's my birthday on Saturday. They're not going to lose. I'm not even going to put that into the universe. But Lord knows I'm worried. And I'm going to stay worried, but I'm going to tell myself if they pull this one off, I'm done worrying. We'll see if I can hold myself to that.
You'll gain faith in the team to do stuff. I think so far this team has won. So they get my benefit of the doubt, is basically what I'll say. Until they lose, I won't think of them that way.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. They're winners. They're winners right now. Winners can do this. So that's how I feel.
That's right. Chase Sowell broke out. He had a huge game. Matt Banward, our friend, he texted me. He was listening to the radio show after the game. He was saying that Chase Sowell, transfer wide receiver from East Carolina, number 0, so kind of cool, but he was not wearing contacts during the game. He only wore them to read and to drive, but they're you should just wear them all the time. He's like, oh, okay, and then he wears them for the game, and he's 100-something yards in it, but I don't know what are you gonna say? How many players are doing the Jameis Winston oh, I got eye surgery and I'm actually good at football now. So yeah, that's that on that.
Yeah, I agree. We have faith.